Welcome back, viewers, to the second segment of the episode. Today we are honoring the legend that is the now dead Grand Unified Micronational. For our next segment, we are giving a more critical view of the Grand Unified Micronational. Our current guest wishes to remain anonymous, so he shall be known as Minister X. Welcome, Minister X. I hope you have an enjoyable time on this segment. Jeff, I wish it to be also. As I asked our previous guest, Queen June, what did you think of the gum during your micronational career? I always saw the Grand Unified Micronational as the worst thing that could have possibly happened to the microwiki. Why is that so? Because of all the pain and suffering that it caused to nations. It almost was anti-micronations. If it was not, the gum would have tried to actually help someone. I see. Although, it was Robert Leffler that caused most of these problems. Right? Mainly it was. He and the gum were mostly synonyms for a large time period. Especially when it was proved the Rouge did not exist, and the whole scene was a joke. Some people believe other did cause these issues in the Grand Unified Micronational. Minister X, what do you think? Yes, other nations did assist. Sandus at times were not all loving and friendly, although they were not just out to get people. As for New Europe, they acted like war-happy militarists for most of their golden age, besides being racist to some extent. That is very interesting to hear. I believe many nations know of this already. How were the reactions to the gum's problems? Quite simply, bad. Mostly because either no one was reactant and anyone who did was liable to be thrown under the bus. The organization of active micronations was the only useful and very successful retaliation against it. To repeat a question from before, if that was all the Grand Unified Micronational was, then it would be good for its death. Would it not? I agree, and that is why I'm not saddened by this event. The gum gave nothing but grief to the community and the and had to boostness continuing its existence. I do see some logic in this argument. To end this segment, Minister X, what do you see in the community's future? I see a much better and happier community. We will no longer have a second organization with the that will cause issues and friction between the two. There will no longer be a harmful shadow over the activities of the community. Finally, a large amount of arguments and complaints against nations will stop, now that an instigator is gone. Those final words are going to give everyone something to think about for a while. The response is probably going to be quite interesting. Thank you for spending your time here with us. Welcome. I had a great time on this segment. Glad to have come. Okay, viewers, that's our cue for a break, so we will see you in a moment after this stoppage. Our last segment is going to involve the opinions of our viewers on the end of the Grand Unified Micronational.